I'm not going back and forth with a man who thinks that they should be in my position. If you want to be in my position, get in my position.
Do you believe that?
Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show on YouTube at Bluff City Media. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Anthony Sain.
Acknowledge me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is your Friday edition here from the Bluff City Media Studios. Kenny Stubblefield is behind the glass. Kenny, what's going on, my brother?
It's a beautiful day, man.
Man, it's a beautiful day. Making the most of it, man. We are recording this show the day after the Memphis Tigers had a nasty loss.
Debacle.
We keep thinking we saw the worst loss ever, man. We keep thinking it has to go up from here, you know. But after a loss to Rice at home, I don't think we have any worse. We may have more losses coming, but
that's the worst one.
This has to be the worst one for sure. Got CJ Hurts going to come in today. Going to talk Memphis Grizlies. Going to talk Tigers with us. Maybe do a quick NFL Super Bowl thing as well. CJ is a guy who could talk about everything, man. CJ Hurt, of course, from the Jessica Benson show with CJ Hurt on Grind City Media. He will be joining us. Of course, we've got the three-pointer coming up. We're going to talk about things including Marc Gasol retiring, man. That's something we definitely want to talk about. And we're going to have kind of a men talk today, Kenny. Me and you are going to talk about what our advice we would have for our 30-year-old self going into our 30s, what we would say to that guy if we could go back and do it. And I think that me and you, we were friends turning 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we met when I was 30. You were 31.
Yep, exactly. So, we can definitely talk about that for sure. But like I said, since the last time we talked, the Memphis Tigers did have a terrible loss, man. And I come in pretty over it. I came into the season, Kenny, telling you that I was going to be more invested this season than ever before because this looks like Penny's going to have a really good team. This is the formula for college basketball, veteran teams, right? And this is just something I thought about too, man. Like, why didn't we see this coming? Like, why don't we ever see the failure coming from these Penny Hardaway-led University of Memphis teams? Like, shouldn't some have told us, all these guys are all vets or whatever?
Yeah.
But they're not vets like we played together for 4 years. We're literally taking a collection of guys, throwing them together and expecting it to work. And it's clearly not. This formula is not sticking for Coach Hardaway. It's very frustrating to see. And I'll say this, man. I said I was going to be invested. My investment ended. It didn't end last night. And I'll tell you the main reason why. There are several takes that people are having on this whole thing. And they're talking about, total lack of defense and all those type of things. And, we talk about the NIL stuff and the effect that has on the team possibly and all these different things that people are saying. Penny has to mature. Penny has to grow as a coach. He's got to start taking responsibilities. Then you're hearing people talk about this team needs more Memphis kids. It needs more kids who understand to fight for the city or the name on the front of the jersey. You got those people calling into the radio saying that type of stuff. You're the same people saying Penny's got too many East High School kids.
Right. You've been saying East High School kids.
Y'all couldn't wait to get Alo off this roster. Y'all couldn't wait to get Malcolm Daniels off this roster.
Y'all kicked Malcolm off this roster 10 times last year.
And now we need 15 Malcolm Daniels out there, right? Yep. So we've got all these different reasons why people are saying these different things. And I'll say the thing that bothers me the most, man, and typically when you're watching sports, teams rally behind. I mean, the fans typically like to have one common thing that they rally behind, right? And typically in a bad situation, the team they stick with the players. Like the play, you can't get rid of the players, man. You love the guys, you love the kids with the uniforms on, and then you say, okay, well, you need to get rid of the coach, right? Or you say, well, the AD's a bum or the GM's a bum, and let's fire the GM, right? Well, it's not the coach's fault. The coach is not getting the good players that we need, so let's get a new GM, right? Sports stop being fun when the players are the enemy, bro. If that makes any sense to you. And I'm just watching a bunch of guys that are not fun to watch. Like, and I'll say this. I said this a couple weeks ago, and I kind of said it nicely. I kind of said it mildly last time. That I've never seen a player on my favorite team who's clearly the best player on the team that I don't like to cheer for, and it's David Jones. Like, we're talking around stuff, and it's clear that David Jones is on this path where I'm trying to get into the NBA. I don't care about the rest of you dudes. I'm about to go get my points. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do that. I ain't playing defense, whatever. Somebody, including Penny Hardaway, should pull David Jones to the side and say, that's not the formula to get to the NBA. Like,
not even a little bit.
I mean, he's a great scorer. All that. But dribbling into traffic, turnovers, not playing defense, having a obviously sour attitude. Like we're talking about everything except those type of things. That David Jones is clearly playing for himself and nobody else. He ain't play. Not only because I talked about this on a tweet I put out yesterday about the promotional video they did or whatever. I don't care if these dudes play for the name on the front of the jersey. I don't care about any of that. But have some pride for the name on the back of the jersey. You know what I mean? Have some pride for the name on the back of the guy who's beside you in the huddle jersey. Play for him. Play for yourself. And when I say that, play for pride. I'm not saying being selfish. You know what I mean? But it's hard to watch these guys, man. Like you could tell that these guys are thinking about everything other than winning a basketball game.
Is that not the truth, man?
Like for real though. Like you can tell their mind is on all that. And I'm hearing people say, well, when we got the Tomlin kid, it messed everything up. What is that dude doing? Like, what did he do other than show up? Like, I don't know. It may be something with him that throws the chemistry off, something he's saying, something he's doing. But if it's because other people feel a way about him, like, why are we even mentioning his name at all?
Right.
If that's the case, if it's about how other people feel about him. And it's strange. It's frustrating. I'm definitely not making Penny Hardaway exempt of any criticism.
Not even a little
because,
bit.
Poor Jonathan Pierre, man. Is it Jonathan Pierre?
Tricked off to the Wolves, man.
That's his name, right?
Yeah, Jonathan Pierre.
Poor Jonathan Pierre, man. Oh, man.
Played 3 minutes the entire season.
You don't use players to prove points against other players, man. If you're going to do it for real. Don't do it like for 3 minutes and then you sit.
And then he sits the rest of the game.
And what did my boy do, man?
Nothing.
No. How did he get kicked out of the starting lineup?
Which one, Jourdain?
Jourdain, what did he do?
Bro.
Poor Nick Jourdain.
Literally probably the hardest working kid.
If I'm listing dogs on this team or dudes who are bringing it, like who I think want to win basketball games, Nick Jourdain is up there. Like, why didn't he start? What did he do? And, man, it's like there's stuff that I saw in the beginning of the season, you saw in the beginning of the season. I'll talk to you about it either on the air or off the air. And I was like, who's the dude on this team? Like, I understand you got all these vets and guys who came for these different teams. All right, but if it comes down to crunch time, who's taking the last shot? And I remember you asked that question at a press conference. And my boy, Jaquan Walton, like, me, I'm taking it. They'll see. I was like, all right. I wasn't guessing you, but all right. You know what I mean?
You, like, the day after, you immediately said, that's going to be a problem.
That's going to come back. That's going to come back. Because he said that with a little bit too much certainty. And then it's clearly David Jones. And David Jones looks like he just has a jacked up attitude about everything, man. And, bro, I'm telling you, you're probably not an NBA player. Like, I don't see a scenario where you get drafted. Can he score a lot of points in college basketball? Sure. But I've seen those type of guys, he'll probably be like a second-round pick. He'll go to the summer league or whatever. But if he don't learn, like, the other parts of basketball, man, the NBA don't care. It's a lot of dudes in the NBA can go get buckets, man.
A lot of dudes can score in the NBA.
Yeah. You go give David Roddy the ball and just say, go start doing some shit.
He'll kill it, man.
He'll mess around and score 12, 15 points. I saw it the other night. You know what I mean? They had David Roddy at point pretty much for a lot of the game. So it's, you got to learn, man. Like, it's not about you. And Penny's got to pull those guys to the side, man. But like I said, this season looks nasty. I was listening to Gabe Kuhn on the way in. He was talking about that teams who have this many bad losses in a season, quad 4 loss, whatever it is, a sub 100 net or whatever, those teams typically don't make the NCAA tournament. And it's so crazy that we were talking about just how high can this seed be a few weeks ago. And now we're talking about a team that not only are we talking about an 8-9 seed, we're talking about a team that's going to have to win the conference tournament.
It's going to have to win a lot just to get in.
They're going to I don't think at large is at play at this point. And it's crazy, man.
You might be right.
I think they're going to have to win the NCAA. They're going to have to win the AAC tournament to get in. And are they talented enough to do that? Sure, but they're going to have to do some real gut checking to make that happen, man. But I'm gonna slide out of the way. That's all I have to say about that. It's just I don't have time for it, man. And I'll say, I'm not done. I'm gonna say this too, man. I made a tweet today, and I was talking about how in the city there's been a lot of Grizz versus Tigers stuff. And here's the thing: it ain't had shit to do about like on the court stuff. It's been about this arena shit, right? Like everybody who's Most people who are Grizzly fans, they're Tiger basketball fans too. Most people that are Tiger basketball fans, they're Grizzly basketball fans too.
Yep.
When it comes down to the arena funding thing, that caused all the arguments, right? Because there were people who were saying that the Grizzlies are far more important and that, you know, they matter more in the big whole scheme of things. And whatever good things the Grizzlies do, they do it for it affects the Tigers as well. All those type of things. How those people who saw it that way. Then you had people that were wrong. So there were two sides of that argument in the beginning of the season, right? So I said my final thoughts on the whole Grizz versus Tiger thing, and that sparked conversation on Twitter. And then I was just thinking, just really on the way here, it's when you talk about the on-court side. Like I said, I don't want to be mad at the players, man. Like, this entire season with the Grizzlies, it's been a crazy season. Like, a lot of turmoil, a lot of things going on, injuries, all those type of things. But nobody's been out there saying, like, as a whole, those are dudes that don't like each other. That's why they're losing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're saying, man, that Jaren Jackson Jr., man, he gets out there with those G League dudes and he's just killing the game, just trying to play for himself. And I mean, you see like a unit of guys, and that's why I've been telling people. Like, if you want to talk about the entertainment factor, like which one has been more entertaining, it's clearly been the Grizzlies, because it's like I don't feel like dealing with dudes that don't like each other. Like, come on, man, that's not what sports are all about, man. So I'm frustrated, bro. I'm over it. It's just like I said, I was hoping this would be a very fun Tiger basketball season. Ain't nothing fun about this, man. I'm not talking about winning or losing, because the Grizzlies have been terrible. They're 11 games under 500. But it's been an entertaining season to watch. There have been things that you can glean from it, and guys that have been hidden gems that we've discovered on this roster. You would
say as well. Not only that, in the present, it's been fun, but also there's hope there, right?
Yeah,
like you got the hope for,
man.
For what's going to happen potentially next year. Right now with the Tigers, what's the hope?
Yeah.
Like, where's the hope?
And it shouldn't be this way, man. It's like you think that college basketball is supposed to be innocent, pure guys of, you know, they're like you say, they're playing for the name on the front of the chest or whatever. And you see the guys who are like real millionaires, not guys who are waiting on an NIL check, but like guys who are like real millionaires who are bought in and they're playing as one, man. And I hate it. I hate where it looks like Tiger basketball is going this season and where it might be going for the future. Just to be honest with you, man, because it's not looking pretty good. Definitely not going to have a do you keep or do you not keep Penny Hardaway, because that's a pretty obvious answer. You can't keep. You keep Penny Hardaway. He'll be back next year.
That question is silly.
It's the goofiest thing we can talk about. But yeah, so like I said the other day, man, if you're a fan of Tiger basketball, if you want Tiger basketball to be successful, you need to hope that Penny figures some things out. And number one should be building a roster and just people management. People skills, not people skills, but just managing personalities. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You hope that Penny people skills. I think he's got that pretty good.
He's good on that,
right? But that should be the thing that you hope happens, you know, for Penny, because if he's such an enigma, man, that you just hope that he can figure this out. The becoming a true leader of men and personalities for sure. But we're about to take a break, man. When we come back, my boy CJ Hurt is going to be in the building. I'm sure it's going to be a great conversation here on the Anthony Sain Show. We will see you guys in a minute.
What I think this team's going to look like and like how they get things right, I can't project that.
I can't either.
How do you make people like each other with your team chemistry issues? How do you find a leader that's not Caleb Mills that can step up and start saying things to this team that they'll actually it'll resonate with them? Like, all the things that they need to fix are they're out of the control of anything you do on the floor.
Right.
It's about liking each other more. And when does that happen? I don't know.
Yeah. It's not really physical stuff, I think, that this team's dealing with right now.
It turns into physical stuff.
It does.
For sure.
But I think it all starts mentally and chemistry-wise and teamwork-wise, and that stuff's just not there.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What was the most concerning thing Penny said after yesterday's game for you? I think no players talked. Finally, Buns or somebody crawled through the air vent and heard some quotes from the locker room air vent?
I don't think anything stood out to me in particularly. I know that.
I mean, Penny saying he walked in, it was just a bunch of blank stares. Like, give me a Keontae or somebody punching a brick wall and breaking your wrist. Show me that you care. Why do I care more than you who is playing the game? Do you have not a competitive bone in your body?
I legitimately.
Why are they not pissed off that they're losing to inferior teams and being embarrassed?
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. I got my man in the building, bro. CJ
What's
Hurt.
up, everybody? How's it going? I got the headphones on backwards. Go ahead, though,
It's
Sain.
all good, man. My boy CJ Hurt for the Jessica Benson Morning Show with CJ Hurt. He is the producer extraordinaire. Kenny, like I said last time CJ was on, you my second favorite producer, Kenny.
Hey, listen.
CJ Hurt is a GOAT, man. For real, though. For real, though.
Can I make a true confession?
What's it?
I'm my second favorite producer behind CJ Hurt.
The man, whether it's radio, whether it's digital podcasting, whatever you're talking about, man, CJ Hurt, the best. Super funny, super entertaining, super informative. Can run the gamut, talk about any sport. We're going to talk about a couple sports. Well, we're going to talk about 3 sports today. We're going to talk about the Grizzlies. We're going to talk about the Tigers. We're going to talk about the NFL. So,
Got you.
My boy CJ Hurt is the man who can definitely chop it up on all of those things. I'm definitely a fan of you guys' show. I don't get up in the morning to watch you guys' show, but I see a lot of it. I don't watch it live. Is what I'm trying to say. I watch it live, but I don't watch it live. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man, check their show out on Grind City Media. My boy CJ Hurt. CJ, we'll open this segment the same way we opened the show, talking about Tiger basketball, the debacle we saw at the FedEx Forum. Man, I remember just a few weeks ago there was a bombardment of video clips with Whoop That Trick going and just a parade of Tiger fans inside FedEx Forum. And now the energy is, the trick has been whooped. I think that it is.
Identified the wrong one.
Yeah, man. We identified the wrong trick.
As a trick.
Tigers lose 4 straight games. My boy Devin Walker said the Grizzlies lost to some food last night. And they also were slaw. They were slaw and rice at the same time. Might have been Slaw versus Rice last night in FedEx Forum.
What a terrible side matchup. Terrible. If you gave me a side of Slaw and a side of Rice,
white rice,
I'd be mad as hell.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of the worst sides
now,
out there.
if I went to like Popeyes or something and got like the dirty rice or the red beans and rice, sure.
That's different. That's red beans and rice.
Yeah.
That's dirty rice.
Yeah, but white rice,
just white rice
and coleslaw my options.
No,
that's
my God, no. We can't. You can't save that meal.
Yeah. But the Tigers look pretty bad. I was pretty frustrated about it in the first segment of the show. What are your overall thoughts on what you see? And I'm gonna ask you because you are connected to the Tigers. Of course, you've been living in Memphis for a long time, but you didn't grow up a Tiger fan.
Right.
So I know a lot of things when people talk about Tiger basketball or even Tiger football, they don't particularly go over your head, but you see it in a different viewpoint.
Yeah.
In a kind of non-biased lens. What do you see out there in the last 4 games from this Memphis
I've
team?
never seen a Penny Hardaway coach team play with such a lack of effort defensively, lack of care, and just not be good, like not want to defend. There are moments in that game and in all of the games, even the wins, where it's like, why would you gamble like that? In the wins, they were getting the gambles. In the wins, they were getting some of those turnovers.
Yeah.
In the losses, you miss on the whiff. You're trying to poke the ball out from behind somebody. You miss. They score the bucket. And you're like, okay, good. Now I get to play the basketball I want to play, which is offense. Right. If the Tigers had an offensive unit this year and a defensive unit, a unit to just play offense, they'd be okay. But basketball, you got to play both.
Yeah.
You have to. And they just don't look interested in doing that. And one of the things that I took pride in Coach Hardaway, because a lot of people had a lot of things to say when he was hired. One of the things I always pointed to when it came to, hey, I think he's a good coach, is it's hard to get dudes to defend at a high level. And every year, it seemed like they were playing high-level defensive basketball. I went through and counted before the Rice game. Who was the last loss? UAB was the last loss. I went through and counted in the 2021-22 season and the 2022 season, 23 season. I went through and counted just out of curiosity, just to see how many times they allowed 70 points or more to be scored in a season. And in both those cases, the whole season, the Tigers this year have allowed more 70-point games the whole season than in those 2 seasons.
Oh, wow.
I think it was like 13 one of those years and like 14 the other year. Now I think it's around 16 or 17 for this year. And so that's, if you said, CJ, pinpoint one thing, that's the thing. Because I've seen the Tigers turn the ball over a ton. I've seen
and
that.
survive
And do enough to win games because defensively they were so stingy. When
elite level defenses.
That UVA game, I was like, holy bleep.
Yeah, here they come.
Here they come.
Yeah.
They're doing it defensively and they've got scores. And now it is, they're not going to do it defensively. They're going to try and outscore you every night, and that's tough. That's not working.
I know you're a Marvel fan. I know you get into the MCU stuff.
Watch Echo. Watch Echo.
I haven't seen it yet, man.
Echo some good stuff.
I got to check that out, but I haven't seen it. My daughter threw off my whole thing because me and Sabrina haven't watched anything separate from each other.
Got you.
And when she moved to Japan, I still haven't seen the Marvels. Because when she came back home for the holidays, it wasn't inside none of the movie theaters. So we're like, okay, we got to wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. Okay. So we trying to watch stuff in sequence. Yeah. So as soon as it hits Disney Plus, we're going to watch it together on because she's in Murfreesboro now. Gotcha. So we're going to watch it with the synchronized thing or whatever.
The share watch.
Right. And whatever it's called. But anyway, I know you're an MCU guy. So I know this analogy makes sense to you. Sorry about y'all. I don't know if y'all going to get it at all. But
got to watch the MCU, baby.
Right. So you know how like, in Multiverse of Madness, and also in What If with the Doctor Strange saga, right? How he kept trying to just go back and tinker stuff, and I'm gonna go back. Oh, I can fix it. I can go back. I can fix it, right? I see that in Penny Hardaway because it's like, first it's like, okay, I'm about to get all the 5-star kids in the world. I'm about to get every NBA player I can, future NBA player I can. Give me James Wiseman. Give me President Chua. Give me all these guys, freshmen, one and done type kids. I'm gonna get them out of here. We're gonna be, Kentucky. Memphis, we're gonna be, whatever. We're gonna bring it back to how Calipari had it, right? So I think he tried that. Then he was like, all right, that don't work. So let me just get a really good point guard, another one really good vet, and a bunch of just role player dudes, just guys who are gonna come in here and play defense like crazy, whatever. They don't care nothing about it. They just want to win games, just a bunch of dogs, right? And it kind of worked. That was his best team last year when Kendrick Davis, DeAndre Williams was here, and a bunch of just guys. I can't tell you one other dude that played for that team other than Malcolm Dandridge. Like I don't know. I can't remember anybody else.
You missed one, Anthony.
The dude that broke his hand.
You missed one.
Who?
You missed the half freshman, half veterans.
Yeah, but mix
Imani,
it up.
Jalen, Josh, and then Landers.
That didn't work either.
It didn't work either.
That didn't work either. So then it's like, all right, screw this. I don't want no kids at all. FD kids, I don't want no freshmen. I ain't spending no NIL money on freshmen. Give me everybody that's like your quasi G League level guy who, I could have went pro somewhere, but I'm gonna stay at Union School. He tried this experiment. I'm just wondering what's gonna be next year. Like I'm sure he's gonna go. Like how many more possibilities are there, Dr. Strange? You know what I mean?
And one of the beautiful things about that analogy is Strange was always doing extremes instead of focusing and living in the moment in the here and the now. And I think that's one of the great themes of the movie, not just Strange, but though in Scarlet Witch, though in Wanda as well. And to your point, Penny has been, from a roster construction standpoint, really extreme. Right. The good teams have guys who have been there for a while, and then they bring in a transfer or two to fill a hole. Because when you have guys that have been there for a while, they understand the culture of the program. Right. And we throw culture out there all the time as just sort of this blanket statement, but they understand the plays to run. They understand what's going to happen when you get down because they've been down. They understand what's going to happen when you get up big and blow a lead because they've done that, because they've been there a while. What's going to happen when you get up big and you're holding on to the big lead. They understand what's going to happen in close games. They understand what's going to happen on the road at some of these places. You need them there to understand what you want to do as a coach. And then you bring in one or two transfers. And it's like, hey, they've already got everything understood. You just fit in, get in where you fit in. I'm gonna give you a real life experiment, right? There was a monkey experiment. I forget the name of it, but they hung a banana at the top of the cage and put one monkey in. And every time the monkey went for the banana, the monkey got shot. Okay. They put a second monkey in. Every time the second monkey went for the banana, that monkey got shot. They put the third monkey in. Every time the third monkey went to the banana, the other two monkeys over it. All right. So now they take the ability to shock completely out of the cage. They put a fourth monkey in. All three of the monkeys jump the fourth monkey to stop that monkey from touching banana. Now, two of the monkeys ain't never been shocked.
Right.
They take the other two monkeys out. The two monkeys who have been shocked, they take them out, leave the two new ones in. They put a third one in with that one. Now they've got a cycle where the monkeys know, don't touch that banana because something bad might happen, even though nothing bad is going to happen. Right? That's what I mean by culture, where you've got guys who know what's going to happen. And even if you take one or two out and bring in all these new ones, the new ones get in line because the other ones are around there being like, no. That's not how we play. That's not what we do.
Exactly.
That's how you need. This is how we play. This is how we do. This is the culture of the program. And I think Coach Hardaway would benefit from blending his roster a bit more. So it's not all one and dones. It's not all transfers. It's not all dogs. It is, hey, we've got one or two one and dones coming in. We've got 4 or 5 dudes who have been in the program that we've managed to hold on to, and we're grabbing 1 or 2 out of the transfer portal to try and fill a need.
Yeah, I think that's the best breakdown of what we're saying. That Penny just has to – he's going to so many extremes, man. And going back Marvel again, it started wearing on Doctor Strange. It changed it, you know what I mean? And
have you seen What If?
No,
have you seen the second season of What If?
No. I haven't seen it. I ain't seen none of that yet, man. Sabrina, man, just messed up my whole thing, bro. Like, I'm super behind. Like, I don't want to watch nothing to get it. I don't want to get ahead of her. Like,
I got you.
I'm trying to stay where she is. So, but yeah, man. But I definitely get what you're saying. We also talked about how like watching Tiger basketball games just stopped being fun. At first, I enjoyed watching the games. Like, I'm like, okay, this is work. Like, I don't want to watch this. Like, I don't want to see a disgruntled team. I don't want to see a team that doesn't care, right? And just flipping over to the Grizzlies, how I talked about. You talk about how, like, in most situations, like, it was fun saying, all right, I'm riding with the guys, but I don't, like, Taylor Jenkins is questionable, right? That was fun, us against Taylor Jenkins or us against Kleiman. I don't like being mad at players, bro. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at when it comes down to watching Tiger games. Like, I'm literally mad at the guys in the uniforms. And that's not, as a fan, that's never fun. It's okay to unite against the coach. It's okay to unite against the front office. But when you're, like, upset with the players, it's not fun anymore. But when you just switch it over to the Grizzlies, how fun has it been seeing guys like Vince Williams, who is totally unexpected guy to see, guys like G.G. Jackson. Like, I was joking the other day. I was like, man, I'm not going to crown Scottie Pippen as a guy that can play. I'm about to crown Scottie Pippen as a guy that can play, man. And I know either this kid whose name we can't pronounce or Trey Jemison or both, they're going to do something that's going to have us like, and I got a Trey Jemison shirt ready. Right? So I got it in queue already. Hey, have a good game. Let's drop it tonight. You know what I mean? So, like, how fun has that been with all the turmoil that's been it's a total different type of turmoil. You're talking about turmoil like injuries with the Grizzlies. What has it been like finding these diamonds in the rough or these Jimsons t-shirt coming? But what's it like finding these guys who have made the season fun in spite of all the turmoil that's been with the Grizzlies?
We talked about culture with the Tigers. I think this is the culture of the Grizzlies now. And that to me is really good to see from the Taylor Jenkins front office, right? Because that's hard to do. And on Jessica's show, I make this point in passing a bunch because I've made it in earnest one time, and I feel like now everybody should know this. So if you don't know, here's my point. Rank the start of the season, rank all the Grizzlies players on the roster in terms of importance. Look at whoever you think is the best team in the NBA. Look at their roster at the start of the season, rank all of them in terms of importance. And then take out all the players that the Grizzlies miss. So Grizzlies, you got Ja 1, Dez 2 or 3.
Jaren.
Take those out.
Well, Jaren's back. Jaren's here.
Take those out. If you got Smart 4, take him out. If you got Brandon Clark 6, 7, 8, take him out. Luke Kennard 5, 6, 7, 8, take him out.
Steven Adams,
take him out. And then do the same thing with the best team in the NBA.
They're the worst team in the NBA.
Tell me what you think their record is.
We're not talking about possible playing.
No, we're not talking about that. And I think that as it pertains to what the Grizzlies have been able to do, yes, it's on those players, right? Yes, Vince Williams Jr., G.G. Jackson, they've been breaths of fresh air in spurts, in in spurts. So has John Conchar, so has Jair Williams, right? In spurts. So you're beginning to see the potential in all of these guys and see why they are where they are. But a lot of teams have potential. A lot of teams have young talent that night in, night out just don't compete hard, don't play hard, don't give it their best shot. They look around and they're outmanned. It's up. I'm gonna go for mine. Right? It's not. Hey, we're in this together, and I think that we are in this together, and we're not going to leave you out there on your own, and we can do this. I think that is a belief that stems from the head coach, and I think this is one of the bigger, for me, one of the bigger indictment sounds like a bad thing, but I mean it in the best possible way. For Taylor Jenkins, it's, hey, in this moment, what can you do? Can you get players to focus in this moment? And he can, and that he's getting them to play. I think, for me, I think these dudes are playing above what they should be. Yeah. And that is in part due to coaching. I love to see it.
And you know what, man? Like, I've been one of the people that, I'm not over the top critical, but I've been, like, logically or rationally critical of Taylor Jenkins. Like, I question if he's a guy for the future, right? But something that I cannot deny is culture building that he's a part of. I don't know what particularly where his role fits, but they found a way to not only make it where guys 1 through 15 all feel like they're a part of this guy goes down, this next man up, I'm ready for my opportunity. Or you got guys saying, hey, man, you'll be ready if your opportunity comes. It's not just 1 through 15. We're seeing this is like 1 through 30. Yeah. This is bleeding down to the hustle. You know what I mean? Where guys who, it feels like guys who come through that program are ready to go when they come in. Or they feel like they're a part of the team. Yes. Like if Matthew Hurts out there, like, hey, I see Matthew at practice. That's my guy. You know what I mean? And it seems like they've created this culture, and maybe it's part of the fact because they practice in the same arena. Maybe that has something to do with it. But it's just the fact that they've created this culture where guys are next man up ready, and it doesn't feel – it's the way that you feel – you would think that a college team would operate chemistry-wise. But you see pros acting like, you know, teammates.
High school team.
Like a high school team.
High school team, varsity and junior varsity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as a varsity player, as a junior varsity player, that's how I came up. Varsity and JV practice together. Right. Y'all were two different teams,
and they would cheer for each
but
other.
y'all practiced together.
If somebody came up to the big team, you know him.
Coming up to the big. Oh my gosh! We were here playing MUS or Christian Brothers. We were playing MUS
when you were in high school.
When I was in high school, my sophomore year, and a buddy of mine, we were on the end of the bench. We were JV, but we got to dress varsity. We were on the end of the bench, and all we wanted to do was impact the varsity game some way. Right. And we're like, hey, we're gonna get everybody water as soon as they come off the court. And we're just sprinting around giving dudes water. And coach in the middle of a timeout stopped and looked at us and said, hey, you two, y'all gonna play tomorrow. Great job, great effort. It's like, yes, and we got in the game. We were horrible. Yeah. We were bad. But the varsity players embraced that and embraced us, and it feels that way. When we talk about it being varsity and JV, think about it. You're a varsity player. You sitting in the bleachers in the JV game. Yeah. You're sitting behind the bench sometimes because that's my guy. That freshman, that sophomore, that's my dude. Hey, come here, let me holler at you. How many times have we seen Grizzlies players in South
at the hustle games?
At hustle. And it's not just guys who have been here for a while, right? Danny Green was there. Tyus Jones would be there a bunch. David Roddy's been there a bunch. David Roddy spent time in both. You'll get Dez there. You'll get
Ja's been there.
Ja there. Yeah. Like, these guys are there. And as somebody who goes to hustle games, and you should go because it's a great product.
It's the bang for the buck. It's man. And the food is off the chain too.
Oh, my God. You see that. Like, they're walking off the court at halftime, and one of the varsity players, one of the Grizzlies players to get up and kind of go over there and kind of like, not sneak over there, but kind of just, I need to go talk to him about something. Yeah. And before they get to the locker room, it's, hey, and you see them having a conversation with the hustle player. After games, they're doing the same thing. During games, they're clapping it up. They're cheering them on. They're telling them, they're echoing what Coach March is telling them to do. And so now they come up, and it's, hey, this is what we do. We've got the culture. We're going to keep this thing going. Yeah. And Desmond Bain is on the bench, and Marcus Smart is on the bench. And you know those dudes, Brandon Clark is on the bench. Yeah. You know those dudes during timeouts. Taylor Jenkins timeout. Storms off the bench and stands right there in the paint. And if you watch, those three are talking to somebody. one of, if not all of those three, talking to somebody before Coach Jenkins gets back.
Yeah.
And that's leadership that is allowed to exist and be empowered by the head coach. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick, man. Tonight, well, by the time we see the show tomorrow, it'll be over with. But yesterday, basically Thursday, tonight, right now in real time, HBCU night for the Memphis Grizzlies. For a market like this, you are HBCU alum. For a market like this, why is this such a big deal to you personally?
Man, listen, because it's great to see HBCUs be acknowledged and
they come out
appreciated.
too. They come out.
Oh, they come out.
You see the Greek. You see the Greek paraphernalia. You see the hoodies, everything. They're out there.
They come out, and it is. At times, we're not able to get back to our home HBCU. Right? I graduated from Tuskegee. I don't know if you know that or not. But I graduated from Tuskegee.
Yeah, you do let it be known. Yeah, at all times.
Wait a second. I'm stunned. I didn't have no clue.
I thought that was a Washington Commanders.
No, my fault. My fault. I graduated from.
Show the shoes one more time.
I was trying to see if they had writing on the bottom. They don't. But these the Tuskegee Nike Terminator High, the Tuskegee joints. They got the Tiger logo right there.
That's hard.
That's so hard.
It say Tuskegee Institute. Hold on. I got to take them off for you.
Put them in the camera on them, man.
I got to do it.
And go to that first camera right there.
Look at it.
It's hard. Show the socks too, man. Show the sock game, man. Show the.
You know what's going on. I got Master Splinter on the socks. I got Splinter on the socks, baby. Shout out to
with
my
the
wife.
Tuskegee colors, man. Don't play,
man. So, but you're not able to get to your home HBCU. And this feels, while it's not Tuskegee and it's not Morgan State and it's not Lane or Lemoyne or Tennessee State or Fisk, some of the HBCUs in the area, it feels in one night. It feels
be an HBCU party
like homecoming a little bit. But it's everybody's homecoming. The closest thing.
And we got old, though. But
say what?
It feels like feels like a homecoming, but we old.
Oh, yeah. We old and we got money. And that's the best way to do homecoming. The best way to do homecoming is an old head with the ability to do all the things that you couldn't do when you were young.
Yeah,
right?
You were co-ed,
I don't listen. I was struggling to find $5 to wash the clothes. Right? I remember calling my dad like, "Hey, I need money to do laundry." He said, "You got a drawers?
Be the club sour."
I said, "Yeah, I'm out of drawers." He said, "You wore them inside out?" I said, "What?" He said, "You ain't worn them inside out. You good to go." I hung up the phone in my face. I said, "Wait a second, Mama, can a player get 5?"
Oh man,
please,
real fast, CJ. We gotta get you up out of here, man. Super Bowl coming up next week. What's your prediction for the Super Bowl, man?
Oh gosh, I predict that Taylor Swift will be shown no less than 4 times. I predict that Usher is going to bring out an alternative rock band. I can see something like a Green Day coming out.
Okay.
Because you got the ladies and the black people with Usher. Now you need to get the white dudes, and they're kind of angry because they don't feel like they've got representation. So I think Green Day is going to come out with them.
White men always feel underrepresented.
Always feel
underrepresented. Man, we got to stop making fun of these dudes. We're pushing them over the edge.
You know what? You know how I feel underrepresented?
Green Day.
They ain't got Ouachita Baptist University kicks like that, man. Where are my shoes at, man? Where's my OBU shoes, man?
Maybe it's gonna come one day.
Underrepresented.
Yeah,
man.
Yes. We got to stop pushing them. They're on the edge. Also,
what the joke say? If what does the joke say? What if they had what is this BET stuff? What if there was a white entertainment television? So it's like, oh, you mean like television?
Everything.
You mean like NBC? Like what are we talking about?
What if we had a white only college? You mean like Tennessee?
College?
You mean like East Tennessee?
You talking about Knoxville?
We talking about Swanee?
You talking about Georgia? Like what
are you talking about? Like, come on, man. Yeah, but they're on edge. So I don't want to make fun of you white dudes. I see your struggle, and I appreciate what you're going through.
I feel seen, man. This is nice, bro.
First,
man.
Oh, man.
First, they honored HBCUs. Then they brought Taylor Swift into the NFL.
It's just too much going on, bro. Hey, it's just too much going on.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, my guy CJ Hurt, man, for the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt on Grind City Media every Every morning. I ain't gonna tell you to get up in the morning to watch it. Go watch the podcast.
Man, y'all
Watch the podcast. We'll send clips out. Watch the clips.
Man, good.
And listen, don't even watch it. Just click on it.
Man,
just click on it and
just
let it
click on
turn
it
on
and
mute.
run. While you doing your thing,
You
man,
ain't
for
lying.
sure.
Put it on repeat.
Yeah, just do that. You don't even got to watch.
Don't do that with Jessica and CJ, man. That show is so fire, bro.
man.
It's so fire.
Yeah. The best early morning experience out there, period. Just point blank.
Thank y'all.
Point blank, man. But CJ, we appreciate you, man. About to let you get up out of here. We about to take a break. When we come back, the 3-pointers here on the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
Is there a way for this to be turned around? Sure. How does that happen? And this is typically what we do is how does that happen? And we talk about it. I really can't give you anything. I really can't give you.
That we haven't said 400 times in the past 2 weeks.
Right. And we haven't seen any of that acted upon or anything really change from this team, from this coaching staff from that point. So I'm extremely concerned.
These problems, how can you solve them?
Yeah.
Like, is there any real way to make that happen?
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm just going to have to project them to lose more games along the way if they can't figure this whole thing out. And I think the two things, if the two things I need to fix, like each other, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And then 2, find a vocal leader in the locker room. Those 2 things I think would solve, I don't know, 90% of the issues that ail this team.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
So we've kind of talked about the lack of a culture. The lack of culture that this team seems to have. Like, there's not a true identity to them. And I'm just curious, how hard is that to have a culture when you only have Malcolm and Jaden back from last year? So you're not really retaining much. So it seems like
I think you can still have a culture that you're instilling from day one that they're here. I mean, he said it himself, like he'd been going easier and letting things slide that he normally wouldn't. Like, why are you doing that? Are you doing that because these guys are older and you think that they can get away with it and still win game? Like, why?
Yeah.
So I think the portal definitely plays a role, and he's got to establish and hold everybody to the same standard, no matter who it is. If it's a 5th-year senior or if it's a freshman that's walking in the door, like, you got to treat everybody the same way in the program and hold all of them to the same standard. And I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Really good segment with CJ Hurt. CJ's a funny dude.
God, dog, man. And I know it sounds like pandering, but I mean it, man. He's one of my favorite people to listen to on the radio.
He's so super smart, funny. He was like keeping it super serious.
Yeah.
Then he was talking about the HBCU stuff, why that's so
wild,
important.
dude.
Then the man just went into his CJ bag and just started pulling out the funny shit.
And then here's the crazy part. As somebody who produces your show and a couple of other shows on this network, it's not that he's just funny. He's really good at his job, too.
He's really good, man. Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, super producer for sure, my man, CJ Hurt. Man, it's time for the 3-pointer where we talk about 3 things that are going on in the world of sports. Number 1, man, my guy Marc Gasol got up out of here, bro. He's going to officially retire from all basketball. I'm sure Marc's going to be I'll step into the first ballot Hall of Fame thing. I'll go there with him.
Really?
When you look at international play, I don't know though, man. He's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer though, bro.
I think he's gonna be. First ballot. Like,
Powell got in first ballot with what? 2 championships? 3?
Right. 2 with LA, 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, and Powell was never like an MVP caliber guy.
Yeah, but
his
he was
resume
second,
looks a lot like
he was second on the team. He was
on the team with Kobe Bryant.
With Kobe,
yeah. So I think Marc will get in. I'll give you, I'll pause on the first ballot part. But I do think that Marc will be. You got to think, man, the league's kind of running out of dudes. Like the Hall of Fame is kind of running out of dudes. So it's kind of easier to be a first ballot now than it was maybe, 10, 15 years ago.
When I think of first ballot, I think of like Dirk, right?
Yeah, guys who you're waiting for them to retire.
Or you're waiting to retire to put them in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. I'm off on that for sure. But Marc Gasol is retiring. The Grizzlies are announcing his ceremony. I think it's April the 6th when they're saying it's going to be. A lot of people are speculating that date also lines up with the night that Mike Conley does not have a game. But if you look at the schedule, there are a lot of games around that game, so traveling might be an issue. But as late as it is in the season, maybe he might be a situation where he's resting or something like that. So hopefully we can get Mike Conley in the building. I would predict for Zebo and Tony Allen to be there as well.
Heck yeah.
Oh, man, getting the crew back together would be awesome. We can get all four.
I got to be there for that game, man.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there for sure.
I've been watching, I told you this morning on the phone, I've been watching a bunch of Marc Gasol highlights today. And so I kind of reliving the old, the grit and grind era. God, dog, that was so much fun, man.
Man, I was riding up here today, and I remember that when Mark went to Toronto, it was a lot of like Toronto South stuff going down there, where people were like, we're the Raptors South, and we're all pulling for Mark.
Yep.
And I wasn't there, and I was like real anti about the whole Mark situation, but I don't know why. I can now remember I was griping, but I have no clue what my gripe was about. Like I tried to remember, like why
Did he
was
sign free agency or was it a trade?
It was a trade. Yeah.
Who did we get back for that?
That was JV. They got a JV and a bunch of other
JV,
stuff back.
JV.
It was JV. What was that guy's name? CJ Miles. That was a shooter.
CJ Miles, I think. No,
it's kind of
maybe. Yeah,
it's like a 3-and-D wing. We got him back. We got the kid whose brother played in the league too. He went to Dallas, and I think he plays for. God, what's his name, man? The point guard that had like the triple-double. Good God, bro.
Let me look.
I want to say we got like Bruno Caboclo in that deal, maybe.
Was Bruno a part of that?
I mean, we might have signed him as a free agent, 10-day or something like that. But we got those three guys for sure. CJ Miles, the point guard. I can't remember what his name was. Good God. He had a brother that was in the league too. But yeah, Mark, great player, man. I'll say this though. I heard this a couple times. Like, all right, here y'all go with this BS again. Marc Gasol wasn't the greatest Grizzly of all time.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Number one plays on the team right now is Ja Morant. I don't care about accolades and the first ever first team All NBA. And
right.
I love Mark. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's retiring, but dude ain't better than 12. Like, that's number one.
Hold on. Keep going.
And he's number 3 all time to me, bro. Like right now. And you know who number 2? You know who?
Breaking news.
What's up?
Steven Adams just got traded.
Quit lying.
To the Houston Rockets for Victor Oladipo and 3 second-round picks.
Huh? Victor Oladipo.
And 3 second-rounders.
So just a straight dump. Damn, I mean, they going all in.
They're going all in on the draft.
Hell yeah. For real?
Wow. Woj just dropped it.
So they got rid of that contract money.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's safe to say that at this point, man, that that him being away from the team was legit. It was Victor Oladipo, that's an expiring.
That's an expiring and 3 second-rounders.
That sounds kind of crazy, bro.
3 seconds.
They're going after one of the bigs in the draft.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn. That's kind of wild, bro.
We got to start doing our research on the draft then.
It's got to be more to that trade, bro.
That's all that's Woj just dropped.
Cause you don't know who you're. Oh shit, man. They might be kind of busy.
Free Trey.
They might be kind of busy between now and.
I'm telling you that's to me that tells me this trade deadline might be big for them. They might be doing some big moves.
I don't even know what I was talking about. Marc Gasol, right?
Yeah, Mark.
Mark ain't better. He ain't better than John. He ain't better than Zach Randolph, man. Get out of my face. Nah. But shout out to Mark, though. Right?
Shout out to Mark.
Man, I'm discombobulated right now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to discombobulate you. That just shocked me.
I'm looking at the same thing. 3 second-round picks. Grizzlies have traded Steven Adams. You know that Oladipo is going to be just a trade.
He's just expiring.
Make the money fall off.
Yeah.
Damn. This whole show tomorrow going to feel dated. Would that be? But yeah, so number 2.
Hey, it's Thursday.
Steven Adams just got traded.
We're recording this on Thursday. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you're watching this on Friday, I'm sorry, man. Like,
Number 2, Steven Adams just got traded by the Grizzlies.
Pia and Funaki, baby.
Funaki. We love y'all.
Bon voyage, man.
My boy, somebody. We'll holler at you, they say.
Hey, man, y'all still forever Grizzlies,
hey,
man.
forever. We will remember. Hold on.
Hey, man, when you get Anthony Sain singing on his show, that's a good day, man.
What's my boy name? My boy Kari. Tariki Takimono. We'll holler at you, bro. Who else?
I don't even know. I just know Funaki and Pia.
All y'all.
Hey, man.
Hey, it's been real, man. It's been real.
It's been real.
Y'all,
forever are stamping the 901,
we got R&B legend.
Let's go.
We got R&B legend Victor Oladipo on the team now, man.
Man can sing.
Hey, that boy got some
he got
bangers.
some for real sing. He can for real sing. Yeah.
Hey, man. Oh, man, that is crazy. They're up. They got something else up to see, man.
Those 3 second rounders have to be assets to trade. You're not picking 3 second rounders.
You don't go into the season next year and having no clue who your center is.
No. They're going after somebody.
Damn. It's more to that trade, bro. We're going to find out some more before
I don't think so.
We're done recording.
I don't think so. I think there's other shit happening. I think they've already probably reached out to somebody. They had to dump Steven's contract to make this other trade happen. Those 3 draft picks.
Oh, shit. You know what? They're about to cut Oladipo and sign Gigi like today.
Wait. Was Steven? So there's not an injury list. Like Steven was is on the active roster right now, right?
Yeah. And they're gonna keep. That means they're gonna keep Kennard. They're gonna extend Kennard and keep him. Probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they don't have a. But okay. What is this?
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.
Okay. Well, hey, listen. If some other big stuff happens,
we'll jump in.
We'll jump on an emergency pod and do something.
We'll jump in. Damn. Other NBA stuff.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid out here just about to tear his shit up for these folks. Hey, that's crazy, bro. And Chris Harris put this the best way too. Like, why do they have a rule for the minimum amount of games you have to play?
It's dumb.
Because let the voters they're going to take that into consideration anyway.
Let them vote.
Because you know what's going to happen? Your boy Halliburton going to come up short too, and they're going to change the rule. Adam Silver going to come in like Vince McMahon when Bret Hart was. He's going to change the rule on the fly.
Wait, the MVP vote's not done by the fans, is it?
No, I'm saying the voters who vote for it.
Oh, I thought you said the fans. I was like, no. The fans don't vote for the MVP.
No. I don't know what I said, but Halliburton, no. You think he gonna miss all up, but you gonna let him not get postseason awards? It's crazy, bro. It's just why do that? Damn, bro, that Steven Adams stuff it got me thrown off, man.
My bad, bro.
Oh, you good? I wanted to know. Yeah, but leave it alone, man. Let them folks play whatever amount of games they want to play.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid tore his shit up.
That was a nasty looking injury. Bro.
Yep. God damn.
Trust the process, man.
Yeah, trust the process. Number 3 though, man, my man Tony Snell is begging and pleading to be picked up by some team this year. Sad reality of pro sports, man.
Yep.
Like these guys, they retire, they don't get benefits, they don't have anything else to fall back on. Unless they've got those 10 years of service. And he's got autistic kids. He's got small children that are autistic, and he's pretty much begging teams to give him a 10-day deal so he can qualify for that thing. I've got mixed emotions about it,
which should
man.
be easy to do.
Yeah, I got mixed emotions. My thing is, why are we bothering anybody but Boston? Like, he's on their
G League team.
Yeah,
Bring him up, Boston.
They should be the ones that should get that done. I've kind of torn opinions on it because, like, in one part, like, yeah, the dude's kids got autism. Like, get him do what he needs to do to get benefits. Then I'm like, okay, the league should just give him benefits anyway. Like, if whether he meets it or not, you should do
like
it.
Adam Silver, like, come on, man.
And then number 3, I'm like, man, you made a lot of money in the league, bro. And, like, it's people who, I think you made at least $40, $50 million in salary at the time you were here. I know people making $40,000, $50,000 a year who doing what they have to do with autistic children. So I kind of see all sides of it. But just a wild story about Tony Snell trying to get into the league.
Yeah.
But like I said, we don't need hardly nobody but Boston. That's what we.
Bring him up for 10 days.
He's on their G League affiliate.
About?
Yeah, just go sign the dude and get out of my face, man.
Real quick about that, can I just speak to it?
Go ahead,
second? Bro. I kind of talk about it sometimes on air. I'm very open about it. But I have a son who's autistic as well, and I'll say this, like my feelings on it. I have the same feelings as you in terms of kind of looking at like, man, you've made a lot of money. What about the families that make $30,000 a year and they have to care for a child with developmental delays and autism and things like that. And I firmly understand where you're at with that because I don't make $30 million. I haven't made $30 million in my lifetime, But me and you, with our history working with the kids that we've worked with, man, like you see, when I saw my son growing up and started to see some of those markers, those developmental markers that he missed that kind of triggered a response to maybe go test for autism and things like that. I started to like remember like the kids' faces that were coming that would come through our gym every day.
Right.
That I would go like, I saw that in this kid too. And yet because of where I live and because of yes, I work hard. But yes, my wife works hard, but just based off of pure luck, really, my son has access to care that a lot of those kids that we dealt with on a daily basis in Hamilton didn't. And so I say all that to say, yes, I understand that, but also a child with autism, it's not one of those things where it's ever like, it's not like a cold where they just get over it, right? Like he's going to be incurring costs for the rest of his life, taking care of his children, making sure they have what they need to succeed in this world. And so if those benefits, if signing a 10-day contract gets him those benefits for life to where it makes it more accessible for him, absolutely, Boston, come on, do this. On the other hand, I would also say we have got to fix this stupid ass medical system where it costs so much to take care of your children, bro. Like
in a country that we claim is the greatest,
in the greatest supposed greatest country in the world, there is no child that should ever be without care because of some developmental delay or whatever it may be. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that for sure, man. I'm definitely with you on that. About to take a break, man. Wow. So being interrupted.
That might be the wildest 3-pointer we've done. That was crazy.
Yeah, be interrupted in the middle of. Because I was like, because you told me breaking news before, and it was like, all right, Kenny, we couldn't say this shit.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Steven Adams get up out of it. That's some wild shit for sure, man. We're about to take a break, man. We come back. We do Inside the Sain Brain here on the Anthony Sain Show, unless something else happens. But yeah, we'll see y'all in a minute, y'all.
If the ship doesn't right with this amount of talented players on the roster, then I mean it's hard not to question Penny. And I don't think either one of us have ever really been hard in the question in Penny camp. And we've always been pretty.
His record at Memphis is what, 126 and 57.
Right.
It's
I
like
think
ridiculous.
we've always been pretty positive on him and pretty faithful in what he can do. He's in danger of letting it slip with the best team that he's had. Is pretty scary.
If this goes like completely south. And I'm talking like worst case scenario, miss the tournament, that type of thing, go to the NIT, whatever. Look at how he put together this roster. Clearly, NIL played a part in it. Clearly, bringing in all these transfers, high-ranking transfers, they came here because they believed in Penny and the vision he had. If you piss all this away this year, I get worried about what comes after that.
The tough sell that it is.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Look, at the end of the day, this is all Penny's fault.
More or less. I mean, yeah. Right? I mean, he composes the roster. He helps build the culture.
And is he going to hold himself accountable, and is he going to figure out a way to fix it?
It's a good question.
You got, 6 weeks left in the season for Selection Sunday? 5 or 6 weeks?
This has been a common theme throughout his entire career at Memphis. Is chemistry issues, whether it's been with 5 freshmen, whether it's been with a healthy mix of freshmen and veteran, or whether it's been a team full of veterans.
I mean, there's no doubt. We said it going into the year. This is absolutely by far and large the most talented team that he's had. I guess the 21 team would give this team a run for its money, but I would say this is the worst team that he has had.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Oh man. All right, y'all.
Hey man, we just had a real live check session in the break, man.
Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. Inside the Sain break. We just checked the shit out of all y'all.
Everybody got checked.
All y'all, the whole anybody who I know for becoming for Steven Adams, we on your ass right now, bro. For real. We just checked the shit out of all y'all there.
I might.
Yeah, man. I don't want that kind of sport. We was on their ass with them. Damn. Man. Steve Adams, get your fake ass man, hold on, bro. Man, Steve Adams, you don't get your stinking body ass up out of here, man. Hairy chest head ass.
Jason Momoa
Man,
looking.
big slipper wearing, man.
Aquaman
Man,
looking.
man, fake ass. Man, hold on. I don't want to upset nobody culture, so I ain't gonna go there, man. Get your stinking ass about here, Steven, now. Hating ass, bro. Get your ass about here, bro.
Yeah, we heard some stuff over the break.
Broke knee ass. Man, get your ass about here,
He
bro.
was fall on his knee and break his knee.
Man, get your big ass about here, bro. Nah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The Grizzlies up to something. There's no way that you trade
No.
the only starting center you got unless you got something brewing.
And can we just put this to bed? It ain't because of Trey Jemison.
No, it ain't because of Trey Jemison, bro. It ain't because of Trey Jemison, man. But all right. inside the same
Trey
brand.
Jemison must have really showed him something in practice.
Yeah, man. Man, get your Jason No More looking ass about it. Get no more on my team.
Jason.
No more your ass. Get
Fake
up out
ass
here.
Jason Momoa.
Man, get your
No mo.
man He-Man looking ass. Get your a big stanky looking ass, man. Nah, I fuck with Steve now, bro.
Nah, I do too.
Man, hold on.
man.
What's a Geico K, man? Is it Geico? What's the company with the K, man?
That's Geico, right?
Yeah. Get your man.
Okay,
Dirty beard. Anyway, bro. All right. Inside the same brain, we were talking about something that's going on in my mind, man. Young lady on Facebook. Like so many of these come to stuff I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Young lady on Facebook, I think she's about to turn 30. And she asked for advice from her timeline. She said,
wow.
ladies, they're older than 30. Give some advice for a lady who's entering her 30s. Right?
That's good.
And I was like, damn, man, the 30s were really a pivotal
Yes.
time of your life, man. Because as a man, you talk about your brain developing, right? I literally didn't stop being a dummy until I was about, when I say I'm still a dummy now, but I mean like, I didn't really stop just being an asshat idiot. Like,
There was
didn't know how
levels to that, right?
Yeah, until I crossed my 30s. Like, and I don't mean 30, like 29 now I'm 30.
Yeah.
It was like
35.
35 before
me.
I just stopped being a goof. You know what I
Yep.
mean? For real. So the advice I would have for 29-year-old me is, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably say something like invest in Google, invest in Apple, or something like that, or invest in Amazon. Of course, those type of things. But I think what I would say, man, is just be even keeled, man. Like see both sides of everything. Don't lean too hard in any way of thought. Be compassionate. What I would say, be more introspective. Deal with your own self. Other than trying to lower your expectations for people, because I think the only people in life that can hurt you are people that you have high expectations for. People that you don't trust with your emotions, they can't hurt you too much. I parented Sabrina totally different than I parented Gabe, and I probably would have gave that younger version of me much better advice than I did. Post 30s when I got my divorce.
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with being divorced, but I probably would have went about certain things in that process a little different.
Makes sense.
My spiritual life definitely would have been different, and you knew that version of me.
Yep.
And I knew that version of you,
Yep.
Kenny Summerfield. So those are things I definitely would tell that younger version of me. Like I said, don't put a lot of trust in people. Continue to bet on yourself, because that's when I was walking into that bet on myself stage, and I had somebody tell me they was like, "Man, you're gonna do some great stuff, but stop worrying about who's gonna be doing it with you, and just go out there and do it."
Preach, bro.
And it was at church when somebody said that to me. So I think that's it, man. Other than like the obvious stuff, like
Invest in Google.
right? You're right. Like that Penny Hardaway team is number 10. They're gonna be number 10 in the nation. I'm telling you, Bet against the other team for 4 straight games. You'll be a millionaire. Like, I don't care. I know it says I know the number 10 in the country. I'm telling you that guy to win the conference tournament thing is happening. Like, no way, man. I'm telling you, it's happening. Hey, bet on Rice.
Never. Bet on Rice. Bet on the Rice Owls.
Bet on UTSA to cover the spread. I'm telling you, kid, listen to me. Hey, Steven Adams, like the Grizzlies are gonna like trade like their starting center for like some second round picks and Victor Oladipo.
Hey, Ja's not only gonna flash a gun once,
he's gonna do it twice.
But twice.
And he's still gonna have like the number 9 selling jersey in the NBA.
Invest in Ja ones.
Right. Invest in Ja ones. Yeah. If I'd have told, hell no. If 44-year-old me told 29-year-old me, you're gonna buy 7 pair of $100 plus tennis shoes, and I was like, you done lost your damn mind.
Right.
In 2000, at 44, you're gonna buy 7 pair of $100-some shoes. Like, nah, you're lying. That ain't happening.
I'm gonna need you to stop sending me links, man, because like,
hey, you and your wife having some real conversations,
having some real conversations, bro.
Yeah, man. But like, I thought this would be a good topic because me and you both knew each other at that age. When we turned 30 around the same time.
Yeah, we did.
So what, Kenny? What would you tell old Kenny? Just what's the word I'm trying to say? Gleeful, zealous for the Lord, Kenny Stubblefield, pulling kids to the side and changing their lives inside the MAM gym.
The savior of many kids, right?
And the van rider to many Grizzly games.
The van rider to
oh my God, the McDonald's stops after the games. The money I spent on McDonald's for kids that were not mine over time. But go ahead, bro.
You sent this, so you just full disclosure. You send a list. You kind of send the whole copy of what the show's going to be about, and which is incredible that you do that. But I saw this in here, and I said, man, there's one sentence came to my mind immediately, and I really started to take this into my life at 35 when kind of real life changes happened for me, kind of changing the direction of my journey. If I could right now at 43 go back to a 30-year-old Kenny, I would say, Kenny, trust your gut. Mm-hmm. Trust your gut. Do not allow people that you aspire to be for no reason tell you to not trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut. Mm-hmm. Believe in yourself. It's kind of along the same lines as what you said.
Bet on you,
trust
man.
your gut. Bet on you. Trust your gut.
Yeah. What else you got?
That's really about it, man.
Hey, I got you. I got one more to add to mine.
Okay.
That girl that was in a relationship, you probably should just hit her a few times. You probably should just smashed and dashed. You should have left it right there where it was.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Hey, 'cause after I got divorced, man, oh my God, my senses of like who was what. Like I didn't know. I got married at 25, and I got married at like 25, and I was married until I was 35. So when I got divorced, I was like, I don't know, like. A lot of stuff has changed in the dating world, so I was pretty green. But glory to God, I know who to dance.
Right.
I know how to compartmentalize at this point.
Yep.
But yeah, man. It was a good episode, man. A lot of wild stuff. Steven Adams, we appreciate your services, man. I got a feeling by the time we record again,
some big stuff is gonna happen.
Man, I thought trade deadline was gonna be some bullshit for us, man. We up to some shit.
All right. Here we go. To end the show.
Something happened?
No.
Oh, shit, come on.
Here we go to end the show.
All right.
Who's going to be the starting center next year for the Grizzlies?
Shit, I don't know. It's going to be somebody that's on somebody else's team, right?
Give me a name.
I can see like a Daniel Gafford. I can see a Claxton. I can see him kind of going small scale with like a Drummond or somebody. Uh-huh. Damn, it's like Drummond's 45 years old. Dude's like 28.
Yeah, it's crazy. He came out of high school, right?
I can see a lot of guys. I can see my boy with Atlanta. Capella. They up to something, bro. They have to be up to something.
There's no way they're going into the draft with 3 second-rounders.
Yeah, they're not going to bring some kid in to build. They're not going to have a team this strong and say we're going to roll some kid out there with them. And they would not have traded Adams if they know something's out there.
Here's my theory, and I told you this off air.
We might find out something tonight, bro.
Here's my theory, and I was telling you about this off air. Mm-hmm. I think Kleiman has a deal with another team already in place.
He said, "Give me some more assets."
Needed to unload some assets or unload a contract to get assets in. Because Victor Oladipo will not step foot inside.
They're going to buy him out probably immediately. Damn.
I'm tripping.
I don't know, bro. It's going down, man. It's going down, though. It's going down. Memphis is going down for sure. But Kenny, we about to slide up out of here, man. For my man Kenny Stubblefield behind the glass. Shout out to my boy CJ Hurt from Grind City Media who came in and rocked with us. We about to slide about this junk. Steven Adams, my boy Kiwi. We gonna holler at you, my guy, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.